Welcome to the Worldwide Golf Insider Podcast. Hello, everyone. Tom Brassell here again. Thanks so much for joining us. Worldwide Golf, home of the 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can shop at any of our over 90 retail locations or 24/7 at worldwidegolf.com. This interview has become a staple. We've been doing this now for a number of years. I can set my calendar to it. It's so much fun. We get to talk with Mr. David Abeles, the CEO of TaylorMade Golf. State of the game, state of TaylorMade. DA, thanks so much for joining us again. This time, welcome in, man.
Tom, it is a pleasure. One, to be an insider when that opening is exceptional. But to be an insider is one thing, but you might be able to set your clock to it. But I was just sharing to the audience to hear this. When Tom and I were prepping to come on air this morning and do this podcast, I said, I'm always waiting with my assistant in November and December from that one email to come from Worldwide Golf to say, hey, would you join us in January at the new year to talk golf on our podcast? It's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, we've done it in person at the PGA show. We've done it over the telephone for a number of years. And first time here. Welcome into the studio here in Jacksonville, Florida. You see the TaylorMade gear behind us? It's awesome, isn't it?
I see it. I see TP5, 5X, Stripe. Our bag looks great. And there's a new weapon in there. I see a Qi35 driver. Maybe later in the podcast, we can talk about that technology.
Yeah, we need some head covers and all to go along with it. It's so new right now. But hey, we always like to catch up state of the game, let's talk about the state of TaylorMade right now, DA, because it was an incredible year. Why don't you reflect back on 2024?
Yeah, over the holidays, Tom, I try to find a couple of days off in between, running around with my family and trying to prepare myself for another fresh new year. And hopefully all of us, your listeners and everybody at Worldwide Golf can kind of exhale and reflect upon some of the things that you've accomplished through the year. There was a lot to reflect upon in 2024 for TaylorMade, and I'm incredibly proud of the work that our teams domestically and around the world did to continue to get better. We have a standing motto really here at our company. It's called Beyond Driven. In fact, it shows up in some of our advertising, which is everything we do every day has got to be worthwhile. And we're beyond driven to get better, just a little bit better every day. And better for us ultimately is bringing products to market and services to market that help golfers of all skill levels play better. And so last year, 12 months ago, we launched a product called the Qi10, which is the first 10K platform, which is an inertia property in a driver that took the golf world by storm. And thankfully, that product was a resounding success in every market, here in Western markets, in North America and Europe, certainly in Asia markets. I've just came back from Japan, so my year started pretty quickly. We had the number one selling wood franchise around the world. I'm very, very proud of that. We extended the growth orientation of our company on the back of that technology in our equipment business. So that was fantastic. Our launch of TP5 and 5X, still the only 5-piece cast urethane golf ball in the business, further advanced our golf ball business as we continue to challenge over time for market leadership through the best performing golf product and golf ball that we believe is in the marketplace. And there's a lot of good ones, but we believe in what we're doing. We advanced visual technology. So over your right shoulder, you can see the TP5 and 5X stripe, which is not only a very cool product to look at, but importantly, there's a visual technology to help you play better with it. What else did we do? So we launched a new brand called Sunday Red with our good friend Tiger Bates. And so we're in the apparel and footwear business again. And then you put an umbrella over all of this. We won more times on the PGA and LPGA tours combined than in any year in the 45 years of our company's history. 2 world number ones with Scotty Scheffler and Nelly Korda, major championships, players championships, gold medals, Rory winning his 6th in record race to Dubai. So I'm sitting literally as we close the year and reflecting on, thankfully, and I want to start by thanking all of your customers, because we can't do this unless your customers really embrace our brand, embrace our products, get fit, and buy our products. And thankfully, more customers at Worldwide Golf and around the world are doing that more frequently with TaylorMade than ever in our history. So we wrapped up the year with record financials, record market shares in many cases, not all cases, some opportunity, certainly as we move into 2025. And I couldn't be more thrilled. So thank you for asking me about how TaylorMade's doing. But our success has always been driven by how close and how strategic we are with our customers and consumers to bring value and insights into golf equipment and golf ball and now footwear and apparel in a way that inspires you and helps you get better at what you do. And I can promise you and everybody listening to this, as long as I'm standing here doing this podcast in this role, we will never relent. We will be beyond driven ensuring that happens.
Well, let's talk about the state of our game, not the professional game, because we could go hours on that and everybody has an opinion, but the state of the game that we all play right now. Years ago, we used to hear it was getting more and more expensive, but I don't think that's the case. I mean, I heard a stat coming in that 20 to 21% of golfers are walking now, and the sale of electric motorized carts is going like crazy. People are, and those aren't inexpensive items. I mean, people are enjoying the game, they're loving the game, they're getting out. What are your thoughts, David, right now on this, where we're at?
Yeah, I think my thoughts are pretty fundamental, pretty simple, and very much data driven right now. And I think the game of golf, in terms of golf participation, has never in the history of this game been stronger than it is right now. And I think that momentum is going to continue. We came through this pandemic. We introduced 8 to 10 million new golfers into this game. We're several years removed from the peak of that pandemic, and those golfers are still playing and they're investing behind their performance and their future. Absolutely. The athleticism and willingness to create some outdoor experiences and the health and wellness that's associated with golf, not just physically, but mentally. There's a lot of research being done right now about the positive mental aspects of golf. Now, as an avid golfer, I walk off the golf course and I'm lost every time. But honestly, it's a healthier way of life, good for your mind as well. So we've got 8 to 10 million new golfers in the game. They're sticking, they're playing. The National Golf Foundation and the research around the world are intimating and suggesting directly right now through their data that rounds will close 2024 up in the range of 2.5 to 3%. That might not sound like a lot, but you're working off a base of 600 million rounds of golf here in the United States alone. A lot of the things that is reported in the media, which is, what's happening to ratings or the state of the professional game. I was asked the other day by one of our biggest media partners that exposes the professional game to more golfers around the world than any other. This TaylorMade expressed some concerns in terms of ratings and in terms of participation and watch of the professional golf. When the answer is, of course, we want more to watch the professional game, be inspired by it. But the fact of the matter is, we think the reason ratings are slightly behind, and they're still good, is because there are more people out playing than watching. And so there's nothing wrong with that. I think the professional game over time will sort itself out. We're getting closer and closer to that. I know we talked about that a little bit last year. I feel even more confident in saying that right now and being relatively close to certain individuals that are involved in that. I couldn't be more thrilled that we're going to find a better pathway. There's new forms of golf being played at the professional level, new forms of entertainment being created at the professional level. But most importantly, fundamentally to the success of our game and our sport is the participation at the recreational level. Whether you're an avid player, a core player, recreational player, we have more players playing more frequently, Tom, right now than ever in the history of the game, and I am thrilled with that.
Yeah, we see that here. I see it out at TPC Sawgrass. It's just loaded with people playing more. The amateurs in the game, we're making the equipment easier to hit, more forgiving, longer, people are moving up in tee boxes as we get to my age, and you're moving up a little bit to enjoy the game more. I've not met one amateur yet or talked to one amateur yet that says, hey, I'd like to play a shorter golf ball. Right. I mean, so we can open up a can of worms there, but I don't know where that's going, but I think people are enjoying the game now, and it's in a great place.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. And on rollbacks and advanced technology, our position. We're an advanced technology, pro technology golf company. Our goal is to build better products to help golfers play better. It's that simple. And so we've been very public. I've been very public, in my role at TaylorMade in and around certain rules or regulations that are being modified or suggested. All that can be found on any YouTube channel that we've done interviews on. But the game's in a great place. And trust me when I say this to you and everybody listening, we will be relentless in bringing more technology to market to help you play better and have even more fun. And we're going to help you go further, help you be more forgiving. And even with the launch of our new technology this year, there's another wrinkle in what we're doing that we think is going to transform the way golf equipment is ultimately consumed. So excited about 2025.
Great segue. New technology, Qi35. Tell us how we got to here and what's behind it.
Yeah, well, if you remember, Tom, when we did a podcast 4 years ago, we launched a technology called Stealth, and it was the first thermally compressed 60-ply carbon face technology ever brought to market. And I made a comment at the time, and I got some resistance from different constituencies around the industry saying, um, TaylorMade's inline product, our premium technology, will never utilize titanium face technology again. We've evolved past that. There's a better technology. It's in the form of carbon face. And over the past 4 years, we've been growing market share and gaining momentum. And yes, we've learned a lot. You know, one of the things about our company is we take every learning from prior year, prior generation, or previous generation product. We apply those learnings to the benefit of the performance in the next generation. For 4 years, we've been developing and evolving and making carbon face even better. And QI35 was a dream 4 years ago, which is, all right, how can we get to 10K, which we did last year? We are again this year on our Max product. But how can we ultimately leverage mass properties in driver design by getting the CG further back, but the CG projection staying in the middle of the face? So as your listeners know, typically when you hit a shot high on the face, it comes off higher launch, lower spin, it goes further. When you hit a shot low on the face, it comes off lower launch, higher spinning, and it goes shorter. So could you imagine taking the launch conditions of high face and being able to do that across the entire face? So if I miss one low side or heel side, I'm getting high launch, low spin conditions in my driver that optimize my distance, combined with the efficiency of a carbon face giving you more speed, combined with inertia properties at 10K in the Max driver, 9K in the core driver, which give you ultimate forgiveness, combined with twist face, which on off-center hits it goes straight. So when you put all that together and you have this CG projection middle of the face, ultimately we're creating those launch conditions over a much broader face area. And the net effect is we have just launched QI35, the highest performance product in the history of our company. The 3 stands for the 3 design intentions in this product, which are form, which is precisely the design language of the product. When your customers at Worldwide Golf see this product, your jaws are going to drop. It's visually arresting. It's beautiful. It's got a chromium carbon crown. It's absolutely the most beautiful. There, pull it out, Tom. Yeah, the most beautiful, contemporary, modern-looking driver I think ever created, certainly by TaylorMade. So the design language had to be met. We call that form. The function is what I just talked about, which is the performance of the product. It has to perform. And the third component in the 3 is fit. So Tom, if you rotate that driver and your viewership can look at the face of the driver, keep coming, good. What you will see in our fitting parts, the fitting parts, when you go into Worldwide Golf and get fit, every fitter and every fitting you will go through, those 6 white dots are called fiducials. They're reflective markers that ultimately work in tangent with a launch monitor, not solely to give you launch data for your golf ball, but now to give you face data. So we understand your angle of rotation, we understand your face dynamics, and that is one of the most transformative technologies for modern golf ever created. So what you will hear from us and hear from Worldwide Golf is the QI35, 3 being form, fit, and function, 5 being 5 different head configurations. 3 of them will fit 95% of the consumer base. So, but that's what the 3 and 5 comes from. And when you go to get fit, you will get fit by a qualified fitter at Worldwide Golf. Those fiducials, you will see them on your launch monitor, and we're going to give you more optimized launch conditions across the face, yielding better performance with this product. So this is the future. This is, and hear me loud and clear, this is the first launch monitor enabled driver ever built in golf. So let's remember this in January of 2025, this moment. This is the first launch monitor enabled driver ever built in golf. And we started designing this product and thinking about this concept 4 years ago. You can't do that unless you have carbon face, because those fiducials are stickers and they do not stick to titanium, and they're covered by a urethane cap. And so that's how they stay in place, and that's how they're conforming, because if they fall off, it's non-conforming. So when I think about all the amazing breakthroughs of technology I've seen in golf in my 25 years and certainly my time at TaylorMade, this one is the most exciting because now, Tom, we can put you in the net, give you data you've never had before. And I promise you, you will go further and you will go faster. And those table stakes are even more real today than they have ever been.
Yeah, golfers love data. They love to analyze, and the greatest in the world do too. My next question was going to be what did the greatest in the world say when they tested this? But there's a video on your website that's about 45 seconds of Scotty, Nelly, I think it's Tommy Fleetwood, and Colin Morikawa. Talk about that video.
One of the really cool moments for our company every year is in November. We come together with our athletes. We're usually down in a warm weather climate, typically in the Florida area. And for a couple of days just before Thanksgiving, we reveal our new technology and what's coming in the next year to our team. We call them Team TaylorMade because they're not just our athletes, they're part of our family. I mean, Scotty and Nelly, Rory and Tiger and Colin and Tommy and Brooke, and I can go on and on. These amazing, amazing athletes and family members of our company. And much like every golfer, like all of us, when they get a chance to see what's next, they are thrilled. They can't wait. And so they immediately take the product out to the practice tee and they start hitting it. And we're filming all this content. You can find that on our Instagram and social channels, our YouTube channel, the advertising we do. And for 2 days, we create content with them and work on this technology. And just about every year, there's energy about the product, but every several years, they put a product in their hand, they set it down, and the first thing they do is say, this is the most beautiful looking driver or most beautiful looking iron I've ever looked at before they hit it. We got to pass that test first. Qi35 nailed it. So when your customers see this driver, you're going to see what I'm saying. Hard to see it in a podcast or in a video. When you see this in your hands, you're going to be blown away. Then they started hitting it. They saw the fiducials interact with the GC Quad. They saw the interface with our TrackMan technology. They saw the face dynamics. They saw their launch conditions improve. We made a couple of tweaks. So there's movable weights in these drivers on top of the flight control technology in the hosel. And within a couple of clicks, every one of our athletes found a better performance metric for themselves. And over the course of the next couple of weeks, you're going to see those drivers in play by the best players in the world. It's already started. Nelly's playing it, and so she's playing great with it, and Tommy's playing it right now in Dubai, and Rory will be in it in the next week or two, and Tiger's now starting to hit balls again. He'll be in it. Scotty's coming off his injury. He'll be in it. So it's exciting. It's a great time, and I'm filled with energy and confidence in what our engineers and our product creators have done. And credit to all of them. If they happen to listen to this, they are the best in the world at building products, no compromises. And that's what Qi35 is to us. And we're off and running. The energy and sentiment at the retail level is as high as what we're seeing at the tour level right now. We think it's going to be a wonderful year.
Well, you have 3 drivers, you have 4 fairways. We always, David, we always talk about the importance of getting fit, never more so than this time, because you really, really need to get dialed in here. Suggestions, I'll see if you concur. When you do come in, bring the club you have now and show how it's going to perform against this, because I think you're going to be blown away.
Yeah, Tom, one of the things I admire about, and listen, I've been a customer of Worldwide Golf for a long time,
Thank you. Thank you.
I walk in all the shops here in Southern California. When I'm on the road, I stop to see the managers and the salespeople, the level of qualified fitters that you train and engage with in your stores is terrific. And I would keep this very simple. You said it best. Bring your game or what you're playing in. Get on that launch monitor with a qualified or certified fitter. Just get your numbers. Then put a Qi35 in your hand. Watch the magic happen when this fitter will say, okay, I'm going to make one adjustment to this movable weight here and get your CG a little bit different. I'm going to make one adjustment to your loft. I may take you through a different shaft configuration. Within about 15 or 20 minutes, I can almost promise you, you're going to see significant improvement relative to your gamer. And it happens. And that's what we're all looking for, right? How do I get better? Well, the fastest way to get better is through advanced technology and a certified fitter. And you can get both of those things in your stores. And that's why we're thrilled with the work that we do together. And that's why we invest so heavily in each other to make sure we can provide that experience to golfers of all skill levels.
We didn't have a chance because it wasn't there yet. Scotty made a change in his putter, and everything went crazy. The spider just went, I mean, more than coincidence. Tell us a little bit about what may be coming down the road this year from TaylorMade. Don't reveal any secrets or anything like that, but what can we see coming down the road that we can all take a look at it and help improve our game?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously through the entire bag, certainly the woods we talked about today. There's new technology coming in forged iron product and in new 790 product coming this spring, which I'm super excited about. I'm not allowed to talk about that, but I just did, so I'm going to get away with it. Um, our QI iron is arguably the straightest distance iron ever created in golf, and that continues to be one of the top products in our industry. In the evolution of our wedge and putter business. The funny thing about Scotty, and there's nothing funny about his game. That is as good as you'll ever see. It's fantastic, and he and I are ramping up. I'm hoping. I don't know when this podcast will air, but Scotty had a little accident over the holidays at Christmas with his hand, and he's healing up nicely. And he and I are partners at the AT&T. We were last year. And we finished sixth, a couple shots back. We actually lost to Rory and a good friend of mine who partnered with Rory. So he and I are motivated to try to win that AT&T this year. And without a question, and without a doubt, when Scotty got comfortable and put Spider in play, high inertia properties on the most technical mallet and the highest performing mallet on tour, he started to putt even better than he was, and he won, what, 9 times last year. What's coming this year in putters? More advanced technology, higher inertia, lower torque products, which gets even more stability at impact. We'll build on the Spider platform. We have limited edition Logan Olson putters, which is part of the TaylorMade family, coming to market. So those are artisan, really handcrafted, beautiful milled products available on olson.loganolson.com. So we're excited about that. And then certainly our golf ball business. We are on a tear getting TP5, 5X into the hands of better players and into the hands of all players right now. And we are gaining share in golf ball. And I would encourage you. I know this sounds like a pitch. It's not meant to be. But anyone that's listening to this, just stop and try TP5 and 5X. Just try it once. Buy a sleeve of them. Buy a dozen of them. I will stand here in front of you and tell you, you will love the performance of this product. It's good, if not better, of anything you're playing right now. And that's why we've got these great players in the world playing it.
Can't thank you enough, my friend. You carve out the time every year for us. Appreciate you so much. We'll do it again down the road. First of all, I love that view behind you. For those not watching on our YouTube channel, what an incredible view. And then secondly, you and I keep doing this every year, and you never age. I don't know what it is. Is it the water out there in SoCal, or I don't know what the deal is, but you look great. Thanks so much again. And how about some final words for our listeners and viewers?
Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you to all the golfers listening. Hopefully there was something insightful here that you can be inspired by and get back into store. Secondly, thank you for Worldwide Golf. I mean, it's wonderful to work with retail partners that put the game first and put technology first and put player performance first. And I have experienced that for 25 years in my engagement with your company. So thank you very much for that. And it's always an honor for me. These are great things for me to do. And I enjoy engaging with you, Tom. And there's nobody better in the business behind that microphone than you. So thanks for having me.
Appreciate you, my friend, and good luck in the AT&T. It's a shame you couldn't have got a better partner, but
Yeah,
hopefully you guys can take Rory down this year.
we're going to try. There's going to be good banter. I promise you that.
David Abeles, all the best. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Tom.